Hi guys, and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is So-Somind and I am a Sue. I'm a wife, a mom to 4 beautiful kids, a nurse, a BSNRN nurse. And yes, in this channel we'll be talking about mindset change, nursing, nursing school, NCLEX, motherhood, and lifestyle in general. And we're going to be keeping it as real as possible. And in this channel we're going to be talking about the anxiety that nursing students go through, or should I say anxiety that people go through before getting themselves into nursing school, or the things that make people not to even end up getting into nursing school. And then some people have dreams of going into nursing school, while some get into nursing school, some end up dashing the dreams out and all that. So without wasting much of our time, I'm going to be talking about decisions. First of all, we're going to be talking about mindset change towards getting into nursing school, because I'm going to be using my experience I'm going to be using my experience throughout this video. So first of all, I'm going to be talking about mindset change. First of all, for you to be able to get yourself into a nursing school, you have to be able to fight your own demon. You have to be able to fight your own self, your own mind, and you have to be able to work on your mindset. You have to tell yourself that you can do it. No matter what comes your way, no matter what voices you hear, no matter what you come across, you shouldn't let anything tell you otherwise. You have to be able to tell yourself that you can do it. So now I'm going to be talking about detoxifying our mind. First of all, before you can be able to do this, first of all, you have to, as you're telling yourself that you want to do this, you have to equip yourself, not financially, but just psychologically, because that is what you need to get to the next level. First of all, you have to be able to zero out your mind, or should I say lock every negative doors towards this goal. First of all, I'm going to give you an example of what I'm trying to say. During the time when I was trying to get into school of nursing, I don't want to talk about so much, but I'm going to give you one instance of what I mean by closing the doors of negativities when it comes to you getting into nursing school. I had this one time. I was at work, and then I was planning to after my shift, I was about going home, getting ready for school and all that. So I was telling a staff nurse about my forthcoming exam and all that. And then a patient's family member came out and said to me, "Oh, are you trying to get into a school of nursing?" I said, "Yes." She said, "Oh my God, I don't know if you can do this. My granddaughter tried it and she couldn't do it. Oh, she's almost going crazy. I think soon we're going to be taking her to a mental home." I'm like, what is she talking about? I said, she got me so scared. But I said to myself, oh no, I know where I'm coming from, and I am getting myself into one of these schools. I am getting into a school of nursing, and I'm going to make it. I'm going to pass my exams. I'm not going to listen to what anybody has to tell me. I'm going to listen to what myself is telling myself. What I'm telling me is what I'm going to listen to, and what God says. And then another thing is this: as you're closing the doors of negativity, you have to be ready to give up a lot of things, like partying too much, keeping too many friends. You can keep as much friends as you want to, but it should be friends that are going to help this dream come true. And then you have to give up on, apart from giving up your party, you have to give up social media, which is the number one killer of your future when it comes to nursing school. I mean, you have to minimize, even if you don't stop entirely, you have to minimize the amount of time you spend in social media. So that is number two, which is the I should even say number one. So after social media, you have to cut down on social media. Oh yeah, number two, because one, you have to make up your mind what you want to do. Two, you have to stop or minimize your time in social media, especially Facebook, Instagram, and all that and all that. And then you have to reduce the time you spend partying, because you're still gonna party, but you're still gonna go to parties, but you have to cut down because you need this. And then you have to give up too much sleep. You have to give up too much sleeping time. I don't know, it depends on individuals. I study well at night because I'm a mom of 4 kids. So imagine trying to study during the day. I do study during the day, but I find out that I utilize my time well if I study at night. So you have to give up sleep, some amount of, you have to get your sleep, but you have to be able to cut down on the hours you sleep at night. If you're the type that can sleep and can study at night, again, you have to be able to know how to reward yourself each time you study, or each time you give yourself the time to study. And then you have to be able to reward yourself, like maybe you study 4 hours or 3 hours or 2 hours, depending on what your brain can carry. And then you'll be able to go to your living room or to your phone if it's doing FaceTime, or if it's doing Facebook or whatever social media. You can do it for 1 hour, but I suggest maybe watching a movie, because social media you will get in social media and you plan to spend 1 hour. By the time you know it, you're spending 3 hours. So it's better you do movie. You reward yourself by watching like a movie, and then once you're done watching the movie, you go back to something else, maybe studying or whatever thing you have for the day. But then what I'm saying is you have to know how to reward yourself, maybe through going to shopping, just whatever it is that makes you happy. Just as you study and give the hours you're supposed to give to your book, then give yourself the reward time, like movie, shopping, eating, whatever it is. And then you have to be able to set a plan, have your plan when it comes to studying, because you need to study a lot for you to get in. Likewise, you need to study a lot when you're in there. You need to study a lot for you to get out. The same way you fall in, the same way you're going to fall out. So with all that being said, you have to be able to give up sleep. Not entirely, but this is like work. Even though you don't get paid at the moment, it's going to pay. And you should be able to kill the desire for immediate gratification when you're going to nursing school. You have to be able to tell yourself, what, this is going to pay at the long run. Stop trying to do all the job available. Try to do all the job you can get while you're in nursing school, because it's going to destroy the whole plan. You can still work, but make sure work doesn't take much of your time. You can work just to pay your bills, but don't work because you want to make a lot of money. If you want to pass or want to get into nursing school, be in nursing school and get out of nursing school. You have to choose between work and study. So you have to kill the desire for immediate gratification. That's another point. I'm not even numbering my point, but I'm just going to say it because I feel like I've been holding on too much when it comes to making this video. I mean, excuse everything that is not right in this video. It's just the first one, so we'll keep working on it and then getting things right. And then another thing is you have to start by buying your nursing school supplies. Now this is it's like walking with faith, walking with your faith. If you have faith, or if you know what faith is, you have to walk with faith. Like for me, because this is mostly my experience I'm going to be sharing, I wasn't even in nursing school. I don't even know my way forward when it comes to getting into any nursing school. I just was going to the store, buying school supplies, buying highlighters, buying notes, buying pencils, buying different markers, book markers, all the supplies that a nursing school student needs, getting laptop. Actually, I got my laptop. I got a used laptop from Amazon. I got an Apple laptop. It was an Apple that is worth like 1,000 plus, but I was able to get a used one for like 500 and something from Amazon. And then I got most of my things. I go to Amazon. You could go to Amazon and get whatever you want from Amazon. You get like used. After you see the things you want to buy, you go down, you see where they say used, and then you can get yourself a used stuff. It's okay. And then you get things, get your school, get everything you need for your supplies, and pretend like you're already there. It tells your mind that something is about to happen. It stops you from delaying. It stops you from it kind of awakens your spirit, your mind, your body. Everything start working like, I have to be here. And then you start studying. You have to study before you even decide to go take the entrance examination. This is one thing you have to know. Study hard. Study your butt off before you even call any school to go and write their exams. Again, before you even go, study hard. For me, my experience is this. I'm going to give you my experience. Thanks to God and thanks to a friend of mine that gave me all the information I needed to get into school. I just called him. Sometimes it's just a phone call away and God answers your prayer. I just called him because in my devastation, in my confusion, I just called him and he said, oh, I'm in this school. Although I drove myself to this school, made all the inquiries with a friend, but we couldn't get in because the money was too much at the time. But the thing is, sometimes driving there or doing all that doesn't even get you to, it's just, you have to either make the right phone call, speak to the right person, or I don't know, press the right button. So right now, you don't even have to drive to any school. Just pick up your phone, make the call. And the good thing is, when you make the call, most of the schools, the team that are responsible for getting you into school will follow you up until they clear you up. They tell you the things you need and they get you into school. Hopefully when you pass, you get into school. And then in my own case, I called this friend and he gave me all the required things that I need. And then he told me to study, because when you call them, they're not going to give you, oh, come next month, come 3 months time, 2 months time, or choose your, no, they give you like 2 days to come. So already he gave me all the necessary information, and I started studying. Again, if you want to get into a nursing school, I will suggest for you that you pick HESI over TEAS. TEAS is going to get you confused. TEAS is going to get you confused. For me, I don't know for people, individual differences. Some people may like TEAS. I for sure I like HESI, because HESI is like straightforward, while TEAS gets you mixed up in, from studying to taking their exams. Maybe it's just what I have against TEAS, because another story, my experience too, I drove like almost 2 hours to go take a TEAS exam, and I failed by 1 point. And oh my God, I cried from where I took the exam back to my home. I was sobbing like a baby. I was sobbing, crying like a baby. But guess what? Sometimes when things don't go the way we plan, God has a perfect plan for us. Because for me, when I failed, I was just sobbing, crying like a baby, asking God a lot of questions. But guess what? I'm so sure Baba God must be like laughing at me at the moment, because he'll be like, oh, look at her, she's crying over RM program while I'm packaging a BSM program for her. So the thing is, even when this doesn't work, try that, because you can't just stop trying. You have to keep trying. You have to keep trying, because one thing that I've learned all my years in this country is one thing, that no matter how you cry, you have to clean your eyes and continue. Sometimes I cried like for all the time that I spent in school. If I say I spent 8 years in school, I'm telling you, I cried 6 years like every day. Every day I start my car, I cry myself to school, and then I clean my eyes, I say prayer, and I get into class, and I come out, and God has been fair to me. I never failed any class, not because I am smart, no. I never failed any class because I have this determination in my head that every class that I register, I have to pass it. But if I see that I'm not doing well, I have to withdraw fast instead of failing a class. So you have to prepare your mind. You have to know what works for you, and then your prayer is a very, very important tool as you journey through this situation, because that helped me a lot. Again, if you decide to work, it's ideal you get a night shift as a student nurse. Do your night shift. So when you're doing a night shift, if you're lucky enough to get a good job where they let you study, you can work as well as have some hours that you study at night, and then it helps you train your brain and your body into trying to study at night, because if you can, it's good for you as a student. While you still work, you make the money and you study and get yourself prepared. For all the years that I did night shift and I studied, I could see my grade and my performance in class very, very good. But if I stopped night shift when I was in school, then I can't even stay up at night to study. Then I sleep at night, and I don't get as much hours during the day to study, except if you don't have kids like me. Like I told you, I'm a mom of 4 kids. So another thing is this: mind what you take. For some people, they feel like, oh, because I'm studying, I have to take a lot of caffeine. For me, most of what I'm going to be sharing here is my experience as a student. For me, caffeine did not help me. One time when I was in MCC is Middlesex County College. I'm still going to give you a little background of how I studied and the route I took. I'm sorry, the video is just all over the place, but I pray you just pick out the points that I'm trying to make. One time I was in school, I was taking caffeine. When I say caffeine, I mean coffee, because at the time I was pregnant, 5 months pregnant, and I was trying to keep, because pregnancy makes you so weak and tired, and I was taking 4 classes, including chemistry. So then I started struggling with my chemistry, and my professor said, no, you have to. He just called me and said, I see your struggle, I see you're going places, you're very good, but the thing is, I don't want you to fail this class. If you can, withdraw and then come back for this class. And I heed to his advice. I dropped the class, and I came back after I had my baby, and I passed the class with A that has 2 straight legs. So sometimes failing or withdrawing or pulling back and coming back later doesn't mean that you're a failure. It means that you're coming back better, you're coming back stronger. So sometimes even if you fail a class, it's frustrating, but it's still going to make you come back better. If you apply positive mindset to it, you're going to come back better, you're going to come back stronger. So again, as you're praying through this, walking through this, practicing and working your butt to get this work for you, my mom will say something like, whether you do it, you don't do it, the years will come and go, so why don't you just do it? So don't sit down and be thinking, oh, when am I going to do it? Just like starting this YouTube thing, I couldn't. It was just like, oh my God. But guess what? I just get up and just turn on my phone and said, you know what? We're going to put the camera on and we're going to do this. I don't care. No matter how it looks like, no matter how it sounds, we're just going to start from somewhere. So this channel is just a way for us to discuss and share our experiences with each other, because I figured that what I go through trying to get into a nursing school, maybe someone somewhere will be going through it, trying so hard to just to hear this type of word, even if it's not giving you oh, go and study this, go and do this. Just the word alone can lift somebody's spirit up. And then, like I said, pick Hesse instead of tease, if you will. It all depends on what you want to do. Lastly, if you want to go into nursing, make sure you go through try to get a job as a tech. This is very, very, very important. It's the last point, but I'm going to say it's very, very important. I'm telling you, you should try to start working as a tech or as EMT rather than working as a CNA, because I figured that going through school and all that, people that were working as EMT and techs in the hospital, they have, oh my God, they were like elder sisters and elder brothers. We were not mates. These people, they do a lot because hospital trained them to do a lot. So we find out that you're not mates. So do yourself a favor, if you can, just work as a tech, even if it's one day of your life. Just work as a tech or EMT. It's going to help you transition into being a nurse, because I'm telling you, it's a big struggle if you don't pass through the route of a tech and EMT trying to transition into a nurse. So again, decide on which route you want to go to. I think this should be the last point. Decide on the route. When I say route, I mean decide if you want to stay, like I said, kill the desire for immediate gratification. Decide if you want to stick as a CNA and work your butt off and study and get yourself, like for me, I went straight to BSN. But some people, they don't want to work as a CNA. They don't want to be there for too long. So some people will want to do LPN, from LPN to RN, from RN to BSN, from BSN to like that. So my thing is, decide what route you want to take. And I would say, instead of, for me, that's my experience, instead of you spending 2-3 years trying to get your LPN, and then 2-3 years trying to get RN, like that, just go straight to the point, go straight to the thing. You're not going to make money. You're not going to become a nurse right away. You're not going to get what you want right away, but it's going to pay at the long run if you just calm down, study, focus, and get your degree or associate, whatever you want to get. But make your decision, change your mindset, detoxify your mind off of anything that is negative, and try to do this. You got this. You can do this. You can do this. So see you in my next video, where we're going to be talking about how to transition, or how to get yourself into the nursing school and stay in the nursing school. And then remember, this channel, we're going to be talking about nursing school, NCLEX, because I do a lot of review at home. After I graduated, I was doing a lot of reviews at home. But I figured, like, with the pandemic and with the virus and everything, and with me having little babies at home, I couldn't I stopped opening the doors for everyone to come in. So I stopped the review that I do at home. But I used to do review. Sometimes I take like 8 people, 10 people at once, but I figured, like, it's not healthy. It's not what I want to do. So I figured that it's best if I can just put out video, and sometimes you could do reviews, sometimes you could talk about materials you need to study with, how you can study it, how you can break them down. We can do reviews, do questions and stuff like that. So in this channel, we'll be talking about nursing school, NCLEX, motherhood. I'm a mom of 4, and change of mindsets, because my people need change of mindsets. And when I say my people,